Okay, perfect. Okay. And welcome to the Smoky Valley basketball fans from the Allen Samuels broadcast booth. This is Viking basketball on Mix 96.7. This is Don Bingson along with Darren Abel, and we're live at Smoky Valley Gym for tonight's game between the Lyons and the Smoky Valley Vikings, and we're back in league action, Darren, and after a couple of weeks away, I'm ready to get back into the nitty-gritty part of the season.
Yeah, absolutely. We are definitely coming down the home stretch here. We've got 7 games left, I think, if I counted right, and all league games, so it's going to definitely have a factor on, obviously, league standings. And then, more importantly, we're in a dogfight for both the girls and the boys for seedings for sub-state.
Both in 4th place right now, so yeah, you want to kind of creep up there and get into that 2nd or 3rd spot, see where we end up. But yeah, but you got to take care of business at home, and the Lions come in as a scrappy team, 5-8 on the year. Their record really is an indicator of how hard they play. They're a really athletic team.
Yeah, it's going to be another tough matchup for the girls. They're going to have to play well. Lyons is not going to come out and just lay down on the floor because we're playing at home and have won a couple of games here in a row. So, yeah, we need to come out and just do the things we've talked about all year. We need to take care of the basketball. We need to play defense without fouling, and then just try and be balanced on offense.
And a really strong win up at Clay Center on Friday night at their homecoming, and making free throws down the stretch and doing the right things to win the game.
Yeah, absolutely. It was good to see girls step up, and Eva hit big shot there, and that was a good Clay Center team. That was going in, we knew that was going to be a tough game and could go either way. So definitely a good win for the girls to pick that one up on the road.
And this team is led by Caitlin Belote that ends up with 15.7 points per game, and another girl with a 9.5, Boyd girl 9.5. So they've got some scores, so the Vikings are certainly going to have to play well here at home. They're not going to, like you say, they're not going to lay down and let us run over them. They're going to fight and fight and fight.
Yeah, absolutely. And, again, it's the recurring theme that we've had throughout the year. We've got to play defense without fouling. We can't send them to the free throw line early and often. And the last couple games, we've done much better at that. We've done a better job of playing good, solid defense without committing silly fouls, and hopefully that trend will continue tonight.
We turned it over a little bit more than we wanted to, but hopefully we can correct that tonight too. Coach has said he's working on that a little bit, and we'll have an interview with him here in just a little bit. But yeah, it's the Vikings and the Lions to start off the third part of the season. It kind of goes in thirds. It's a preseason, then it's the after Christmas and tournament time, and now it's the home stretch, like you said. So the Vikings certainly have to be ready and take on the Lions tonight. We'll take our first time out. When we come back, we'll have that interview with Coach Drew that we talked about. You're listening to Smoky Valley Basketball on Mix 96.7. Back after this timeout. Okay. I'm having a little difficulty with my interview with Coach Drew, so I guess we won't be able to play that for you tonight. But Coach Drew was talking about how good the game was up there, how tough it was to play in that environment, homecoming night and everything. And he said that certainly Eva Malm and Adrian making plays at the end of the fourth quarter were certainly good, but he said we still have to improve. We got to take care of the ball, like you said, not turn over the ball so much. And he said that'll be a factor tonight. He said we always want to win the rebounding battle by over 10 rebounds, but we certainly want to try to get them into 20 to 25 turnovers as well, and not have as many ourselves.
Yeah, exactly, and that can happen if we get them into kind of a, the helter-skelter type game. Some teams, that's what they want you to do, is get into that kind of hurry and disorganized scramble type of thing, and that plays into what they want to do. So we can't fall into that trap. We want to get them in a hurry, turn them over, but we don't want to turn around and play the same way when they're on offense. So we're going to have to be able to handle their pressure. That was really good the other night to get a win in a tough environment, in a tight game like that. That gives the girls some good experience and should give them some confidence going down the road, and really just need to continue what we've done for the last 2 or 3 games.
And we've averaged over 20 turnovers ourselves the last 3 games. So we had 19 against Kingman, we had 19 against Hutch Trinity, and then we had 23 Friday night at Clay Center. So we certainly have to value the ball a little bit more and take care of the ball.
Yeah, absolutely. And several of those are unforced. We've talked about those little extra hop steps that a couple of the girls take before they put on the floor, because it's just become a habit, and nobody called them on it early on. So now they've developed that habit, and they don't even realize that they're doing it. So, hopefully that's something that they've worked on and in practice, and trying to eliminate those. And the turnovers are a big deal. If we can, every turnover is a shot that you don't get that your opponent gets a chance at.
Yeah, exactly.
And so those add up. If you've got 20 turnovers, that's 40 times that you didn't get to attempt to take a shot potentially. That your opponent does. And so those can add up to points really quick.
They sure do. There's no question about that. So apologize for not being able to get that. Something happened to my recorder, I guess. It says it's ready to go, but it just didn't work that time. So we'll take our second time out. We come back, we'll talk about some of the scoring averages for the Vikings and the Lions. You're listening to Smoky Valley Basketball on Mix 96.7. Back after this timeout. Okay. And welcome back to Smoky Valley Gym. Don Binkson along with Darren Abel as we get ready to tip off tonight's league game. The Viking girls are 1-1 in league, and they're back to, like you said, Darren, we've got 7 games left. We play 9 league contests. We play everybody once, so we got to kind of take care of that. But the Lions coming in, led by Caitlin Belote with 15.7 points per game, followed by Nevaeh Boyd at 9.5 and Yamile Ramirez at 7.3 points per game. So we know they can score because they got the stats to prove it.
Yeah, absolutely. And, Belote is their tallest girl at 5'10", so I'm guessing, she gets a majority of points probably from in the paint, maybe off some offensive rebounds. So we're going to have to do a good job. Katya's going to have to work hard against her inside, be able to play good defense without fouling, be able to box her off, not give her any cheap, easy putbacks off of offensive rebounds.
And she is a very athletic girl, so no question about that. The Vikings are led by Adrian Hazelwood at 16.4 points per game. Cott Blanchett is at 10.2, and Tinley Scott, she's climbing up the chart. She's at 11 points per game because she's had some really big, she's kind of really found her stroke lately from beyond the arc.
Yeah, she really has. She's kind of been in that zone for several games, and hopefully, she stays hot like she has been. That's been a definite boost to our offense.
And the Vikings are shooting free throws better. They were 3 of 6 in the first half at Play Center the other night, 1 of 2 in the third quarter, and then in the fourth quarter when they really needed them, they were 5 of 9. So while that isn't great, it's still over 60%, so you'll take that.
Yeah, definitely an improvement from what we had seen early on. So, getting better in that department and, making those in the fourth quarter down the stretch, that was, we talk about all the time, you got to make free throws in the last couple of minutes to be able to win games, and we certainly did that.
And let's talk real quick about the 3A standings in the Russell Substate, which we're in for the girls. What were we at?
Let's see. Right now, our girls are if we started today, we would be the 3rd seed at 7-5. The top 2 seats are probably locked up with Phillipsburg and Southeast of Saline. The bottom 2 seeds are going to be Beloit and Russell. So those middle 4, us, Ellsworth, Hoisington, and Norton, is going to be a battle till the end. We're 7-5. Ellsworth is 8-6. Hoisington is 7-6, and Norton is 7-6. So really every win that we can get from here on out is really important.
Yeah, no question about it. It'll affect the standing. So yeah, you need to take care of business every night that you can and do the best you can. So it looks like we're going to get ready for the national anthem. So I don't know. I haven't heard yet for sure. PA announcer Jay Myers tonight, so Mitchell will be ready for a timeout here, and then we'll come back and have starting lineups and tip-off of tonight's game. You're listening to Smoky Valley Basketball on Mix 96.7. Back after this timeout.
By being courteous and respectful to all players and officials, we can help assure high school activities are indeed the other half of education. Ladies and gentlemen, would you please rise and honor our nation with the singing of the national anthem by Kaylee Gordon.
Stars through the perilous fight.
Thank you, Caitlin. Your officials for tonight's game are Darius Daniel, Tina Johnson, and Adam Alvarez. Now for your starters.
When they come back on, turn that up.
For Lyons,
Okay.
senior, wearing number 3, Yamile Ramirez.
Turn this way.
For Smoky Valley, 5'7" junior, number 0, Brianna Peters. For the Lions, number 4, 5'8" senior, Nevaeh Boyd. For Smoky Valley, wearing number 11, 5'6" junior, Clara McElroy.
And welcome back to Smoky Valley Gym. It's time for starting lineups. Darren, how about our guests?
You bet. For Lions, number 3, Yamile Ramirez is a 5'8" senior. Number 4 is Nevaeh Boyd. She is a 5'8" senior. Jocelyn Vargas is number 5. She is a 5'3" sophomore. Their leading scorer is Caitlin Belote, a 5'10" senior. She wears number 10. And their 5th starter is number 12, Sarahi Carrera, a 5'4" senior.
So for Coach Smith, he'll send out Ramirez, Boyd, Vargas, Belote, and Carrera. And how about our Vikings tonight?
For the Vikings, number 0, Brianna Peters, a 5'7" junior. Number 11, Clara McElroy, a 5'6" junior. Our hot shooter as of late, number 21, Tinley Scott, is a 5'7" junior. Our leading scorer, number 23, Adrian Hazelwood, is a 5'7" junior, and our big girl in the middle is number 32, Katya Blanchett, a 6' sophomore.
So for Coach Drew and his Vikings, it'll be Peters, McElroy, Scott, Hazelwood, and Blanchett. And just like tonight's teams, McPherson Laundry can help you look like a winner. Expert dry cleaning and professional shirt service. McPherson Laundry in McPherson is where you take your clothes. Vikings are all white uniforms, orange lettering, orange numerals, trimmed in black. And the Lions all blue with white lettering, white numerals trimmed in silver. And it's Ramirez and Blanchett to tip off, and they just gave up on the tip. Ramirez didn't even go up
didn't
for
even
it.
try.
So it is the Vikings on the first possession. Outside of this Lions 2-3 zone, it looks like. It goes inside to Blanchett. Blanchett gets double teamed right away and gets cut up for the double team, and it's a turnover on the Vikings.
Yeah, good defense by Lions. They doubled down as soon as the ball went inside and tied up the ball with Katya. The Vikings come out in our 1-2-1-1 press.
Get it into Belote. And she gets it knocked away and stolen. Here's Blanchett with the layup, and it's good. So we'll just do what they did to us, and we get a turnover and 2 points on the next possession. So great job by the Vikings defense there. Here's Belote trying to get it up court on the dribble. She does. Stopped by Hazelwood. She gets trapped now near half court. Don't reach her on girls. And then she gets it away from the double team. Gets it over to Boyd. And now Boyd has it knocked away, and it'll stay with the Lions.
Clara knocked it out of her hands there on the sideline.
So stay with the Lions. Putting in play is number 10, Belote. She's looking, goes to her teammate now inside. Shot up and too strong. Rebound on the weak side, Ramirez. Her shot up, no. Rebound, Blanchett inside. And here come the Vikings quickly up to Tinley Scott. Tinley's going to take it all the way in.
Ooh.
Can't get it to stay in, but she will have free throws, or is it going to be out of bounds?
I think she said it was on the floor.
And it is out of bounds. So the foul is on Vargas, her first, team first, and out of bounds to the Vikings. 7:09 to play. Vikings up on top 2-0.
Quick shout out, we've got a Smoky Valley alum on the bench for the Lions. Cody Bowers is one of their assistant coaches.
Oh, and in the men's game it will be as well as Rashawn Hines.
Oh, okay.
He played basketball in the national tournament runner-up team. So I've known Rashawn for a long time. So a couple of alums out there. Lions has it in the front court. Man-to-man defense by the Vikings. Now a shot up. No. Rebound. Hazelwood. Quickly up to Scott, who goes up to Peters. Back to Scott. Cross court in the corner to McElroy, and she got called for the travel. She really didn't have the ball when she took off running, so I'm not sure if I was officiating, if I would have called that a travel, but it's called, and it's a turnover number 2 on the Vikings. 2-0, still the score on the scoreboard, though. Trying to get it in to Belote. She does. And she's got to give it up, and she does. She gets it over to Boyd. Boyd will bring it in, and there's a steal by Hazelwood. Anticipated that pass, took it in strong, missing rebound. Blanchett, missing rebound. Boyd for for the Lions. Here's a steal by Tinley Scott. Go quickly the other way. Here's Blanchett, and she's got the basket to go.
Timeout, Lyons.
We'll keep this one right here as it's a hectic pace. I can't even keep up with all the stats. A couple of turnovers and wow, everything.
Yeah, great job on our press, anticipating where they're going to try and go with the ball, and getting the transition buckets out of it.
This timeout brought to you by Pyle Law. Have you or someone you know been injured at work? Tom Pyle has over 25 years experience helping workers receive the benefits they deserve. Call for a free consultation at 620-241-9000. Let Alan Samuels help you find the make, model, and budget that fits you best. View their large inventory at all alsamuelshutch.com locations. Alan Samuels, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram. Come by. Let's be friends. Trying to settle both teams. Where you got turnovers in?
I've got 2 for the Vikings and 3 for Lions.
Okay, I wasn't too far off. I had 2 and 2. There's another one. There's number 4 that goes into Blanchett, and she throws it away. There's another one for each team.
And then she traveled before she took off.
The Lions has got 5 turnovers now. 4-0 Vikings. 6:03 left to go here in the first quarter. Hazelwood to put it in play, goes to Tinley Scott. Wide open 3, short. Rebound, Hazelwood on the miss. Gets it out to McElroy. She'll reset the offense to Hazelwood. Looking inside for Blanchett. Blanchett drives in the middle. Up and no good, but a foul. And Blanchett will have 2 free throws coming up now.
Nice job by Katya being really strong with the ball there. She got double teamed, got bumped a couple of times.
Played through the contact like you've mentioned a few times. And that foul is on Boyd, her first, team second. Blanchett free throw right in there. 5 for the Vikings at the 5:51 mark of the first quarter. Thanks, shout out to Mike Rose and his crew for having live.smokyvalley.org on again tonight. Second one is missed, and rebound was Ramirez. She'll bring it into the front court on the dribble where the Vikings pick her up man-to-man. Go to below, way outside between the circles. 5-0 in favor of the Vikings. Below on the dribble drive, shot up too strong. Rebound on the weak side, knocked away from Tinley Scott, but she ends up keeping it to Hazelwood and bringing it into the front court to Peters. Goes it off to Scott. Tinley Scott on the dribble drive inside. Her shot up, too strong. No! Got a nice bounce, and Tinley with 2 points. The Vikings up 7-0. Boyd gets it up to number 12, Carrera. Carrera gets double teamed, but gets out of it. Gets it off to Boyd. Baseline to Belote. She drives through. She got away with a double dribble. She picked the ball up and dribbled it down with 2 hands, but gets into the lane and gets their first points coming at the 4:58 mark of the first quarter. 7-2 Vikings. Scott with it, goes baseline to Hazelwood. Hazelwood dribble in the middle lane, her shot up, and she's fouled. And Adrian Hazelwood will have 2 free throws coming up. A little bit of a wild shot there by Hazelwood, but that foul is going to be on Boyd, her second. Now Hazelwood at the line with 2 free throws.
Eva Malm ready to check into the Smoky Valley lineup.
First Hazelwood free throw is good. 8 for the Vikings, and going out is Tinley Scott.
I think when that ball got knocked away from her, I saw her kind of put her hand to her eye. I think she got her contact knocked loose because she ran into the locker room there, and it looked like she was grabbing her, touching her eye.
Elliott checks in for the Lions. Second Hazelwood free throw is good, so the Vikings off to a good start. 3 out of 4 shooting from the line, 9-2 at the 4:46 mark. Vikings with that same 1-2-1-1 press. There's a throwaway by Belote as it led her teammate Elliott down the court too far, and that is 6, I believe.
Yep, that's what I've got.
A Vikings ball here with 4:38 left to go. Even Mom will bring it into the front court on the dribble.
Now Lyons is going to go to a 1-3-1 half-court zone.
Kind of a trapping zone. Here's Mom, and Mom mishandles it on the drive into the side of the lane and comes out smiling. And she was going to go to Blanchett, but turned it over instead, and Vikings will set their press up. Been very effective so far.
Yeah.
They get it in. Get over to Elliott, who goes back to Ramirez, who goes to Belote. She's going to launch a 3 ball, and it's good.
Well, I was wrong about saying she must earn most of her points in the paint because that 3 looked like a pretty good stroke.
Like very comfortable shooting that one. Here's Blanchett in the middle of the lane. She goes in strong, missing. Belote got away with not fouling there, and then she gets called for the travel. I think she'd gladly trade that travel for not getting a foul because she certainly had contact with Blanchett on the shot.
And Tinley quickly back in, so she must have gotten that contact fixed.
And substitution coming in now. Boyd has to make sure she goes to the right bench to come in. So she's coming back in with her 2 fouls, so that's a little surprising to come back in the first quarter with 2 fouls. Here's Eva Malm going to launch a 3 ball. No, rebound. Blanchett had it. Now they wrestle for it, and it's going to tie it up. And an alternating possession, it'll stay with Smoky Valley. Quick whistle on that tie up that time.
Yeah. We'll take it.
Yep. As Hazelwood gets ready to throw it in play, goes deep to Eva Malm. Malm dribble drive, now brings it back out. Goes on the far side to Scott. Tinley Scott gets double teamed. They're trying to double team a lot of places with the ball. Goes into Blanchett. Bounce pass into Hazelwood. Oh. Knocked away. Good defense by the Lions.
Good idea,
and
but
there's a bump in by Clara McElroy. So Clara will pick up the first Viking foul. Ramirez puts it into Belote, and then we'll get their offense started. 9-5, Vikings with the lead. Lions with the basketball. Goes to Boyd. Boyd looking for a cutting teammate, not there. Goes back door to Belote. Her drive-in shot up and good.
Nice back door and nice job by her teammate to find her.
All the points belong to Caitlin Belote. Scott goes back to Blanchett on the give and go. Here's Eva Malm, baseline 3. No, rebound. Clara tips it out to herself. Nice tip out. Knocked in the backcourt by Ramirez. And Blanchett and her running it down, and Blanchett wins the foot race to get the ball, so it stays with the Viking possession. Near side to Clara, baseline to Tinley Scott. Tinley shot, no, rebound. And here come the Lions. They're going to turn it over as they try to get it up to Vargas, but they turn it over. Number 8. Well, the Vikings are doing what they want to do in creating turnovers. They just need to take care of business a little better on their own. Lions has gotten back into this game. It's 9-7 now after the Vikings got off to a 7-0 lead. If it goes to Eva Malm into Hazelwood, cross court to McElroy, baseline into Blanchett. He gets double teamed, shot up, no, rebound. Lions quickly up to Boyd. Boyd in the front court all the way to the baseline, dribbling against McElroy. Her shot, no, but she's fouled. And Boyd will have 2 free throws.
And I think that's going to be on Clara. Yep.
And that'll be 2 on Clara McElroy. Lions also look like they're pretty strong, playing through a lot of contact.
Yep.
Boyd's free throw missing.
Brianne Peters will come in for Clara.
Still 9-7 on the scoreboard. Vikings with the lead here. And it stays that way as he misses both free throws. Blanchett will bring it in on the dribble. Into the front court she goes, off to Hazelwood. Hazelwood outside, over to Scott. Scott back to Hazelwood in the middle of the lane. Bounce pass inside Blanchett. She's hacked when she shot. Nothing called. And there's a travel. Yep. Blanchett, a little bad luck there on that shot because I know there was a lot of contact there.
Yeah. Nevaeh Spittler going to come into the Vikings lineup, give Kat a break.
Still 9-7 with 2:11 left to go. Vikings scored their 7th point at just before 5 minutes, so they've been about 3 minutes without scoring. Now they turn it over. Boyd picks it up. Shot up and no good by number 12, Carrera. She will have
Brianne.
2 free throws. Peters gets whistled for the foul. Carrera could tie it up if she can make a couple of free throws. Oh, she got a friendly roll on that one. It hit the back of the rim, and
that's the end that gets the friendly rolls.
Yeah. But the Vikings are 3 of 4 from the other end so far, so that's a good sign. And Carrera will make both of those, so it's 9-9 now.
Yeah, good job by Lyons weathering that early storm by Smoky.
Give and go to Hazelwood, and she gets fouled, and she'll have a couple of free throws coming the other way. That foul is going to be on Fierro. Hazelwood back at the free throw line where she was 1 of 2 a little bit ago. Make it 2 out of 3. Get their 10th point at the 1:53 mark, so almost 3 minutes without scoring. And she gets the friendly roll at the unfriendly end. 11-9, Vikings up by 2. Get it into Carrera, who gets it up to Belote. Wanted to go back to Carrera, cutting it in, but goes out top to Boyd instead. So her dribble drive in the lane. Throw up, and we're having a double dribble on her. Turnover number 10. Viking basketball. Hazelwood will bring it into the front court. Minute 35 now to go in the first quarter. From Hazelwood back to Peters between the circles. Goes near side to Eva Malm. Eva looking inside, not there. Now goes to Hazelwood. Little jump shot from 6 feet off the glass and good. We'll take it. I don't know if she called glass or not, but we'll take it. 1:18 left to go. Here's Belote on the dribble drive. She doesn't make it, and she's fouled, and she'll have 2 free throws.
Foul on Adrian.
Foul on Hazelwood, her first. On the line, Belote shooting.
First personal for Adrian. Both teams have 4 team fouls.
And Caitlin Belote doesn't make the free throw. She made a couple of 2s and a 3, looking very good on her shooting, so kind of surprising that she doesn't make the free throw. But she makes the second. Giving her 8 points on the night, 10 for Lyons at the 1:11 mark. Inside it goes to Malm. Malm stepped through, now back to Peters outside. She'll go back and have it knocked away, but she bounced around, knocked around. The Vikings come up with it. Ball still carrying around like a pinball machine in there. And now they're going to call a foul on the Vikings on Eva Malm. So after all that, the Vikings come out with a foul on Malm, her first. 5th team foul now on the Vikings. And get it into Ferrero. He'll get it back to Boyd. Boyd on the dribble.
Are now full court man-to-man instead of that 1-2-1-1 press.
Ferrero looked at a 3, didn't trigger. Belote will trigger a 3. No, rebound. Malm. Quickly up to Blanchett. And she got hammered, and then she's going to get called for the charge. Oh my goodness. She got hammered from the side by
she did.
Carrera, and that made her stumble, and she ran right into the Lions player, and she gets whistled for the foul. So it kept on the pinball and kept on to the players.
Yeah.
Here's Caitlin Belote driving inside of the lane. Her step, and she's going to go the other way. Caitlin Belote's going to pick up hers. That her second foul? I guess maybe not. Let's see. That goes as a turnover as well, right?
Yes.
That is just her first. I thought she had another one. It did not. 22 seconds left to go. Vikings up 13-10 here. Malm on the dribble drive all the way in. Shot up. Good. Nice job by Eva Malm. 15 for the Vikings. At 11-second mark, they're not going to get it up quick enough to get a shot off. Oh, they will. This Carrera, she's going to launch a 3 ball. No. Rebound. No. And we are at the end of the first quarter. Our score, Smoky Valley 15, Lyons 10. Back with the second quarter after this 1 minute timeout.
Concessions tonight are sponsored by the Wildfires. There's a pretty good baked potato bar, the tailgate. That's the tailgate by the Wildfires as well. Subbing at the quarter for Smoky Valley, number 23, Hazelwood.
And welcome back to Smoky Valley Gym. Don Binks along with Darren Abel as the Vikings have a 5-point lead, 15-10. Vikings have 8 turnovers. Lions have 11. Lions has the first possession of the quarter. Ferrero has it outside. Baseline drive against Blanchett. Ball knocked away and stolen. Here comes Eva Malm on the dribble for the Vikings. Malm step through, gets it off to Hazelwood. Back to Malm on the wing. Back out top to
Trista Spittler
Trista
checked
Spittler.
in, and Sophia Fruits checked in.
Here's Hazelwood on the drive. No rebound. Hazelwood comes up with it, and it's a jump ball, and on the alternating possession, it'll stay with Smoky Valley.
Oh, and Belote banged her elbow on the floor. Hit that funny bone. Boy, that hurts.
It tingles. There's a 3 ball by Fruits. Missing. Goes over to Malm. Hazelwood back to Spittler. To Fruits. Fruits with it in the corner, goes inside to Blanchett. Blanchett needs to get out of there and does. Goes out to Malm. Malm with the dribble. Off to Trista Spittler. Got away with the travel. Here's Hazelwood. Her baseline drive. Cross court to Fruits. Dump down to Blanchett. Blanchett gets triple teamed in there and has the ball knocked away. And no foul called. And the Vikings turn it over once more. Ferrero has it out top looking for a screen. Carrera gets it off to Belote. Belote dribble drive baseline against Fruits. He gets double teamed in. Gets it out to Ferrero. Ferrero with the dribble out to the top to reset their offense. Baseline corner to Carrera. Inside to Belote. Belote dribble drive shot. Good. I don't know if we intentionally having.
Yeah, I think that was a mismatch. Sophia got caught on Belote.
Belote never got traded back. Here's Eva Malm, little floater. It's good. Eva Malm with her second basket of the ball game. The Vikings have 17-12 here at the 6:15 mark of the second quarter. Ferrero in the dribble in the backcourt, guarded closely by Malm. Now gets it off to Belote. She'll take it into the front court and get it in and stop. I thought she was going to pop, but Boyd will pop a 3. No good. Rebound, Eva Malm. Quickly on the run to the top of the key. Goes between defenders, and she's going to get called for the offensive foul. A little bit out of control there, and Hazelwood picks up her second.
Split 2 defenders, and they held their ground.
Wasn't enough room to split.
Yeah.
2 fouls on Hazelwood. Quickly up to Ramirez, gets it off to Elliott, who mishandles it, but gets double teamed. That should have been a double dribble, but he said she got it knocked away, evidently. Belote with it. Wanted to launch a 3, but didn't. Boyd just throws it down to Ramirez. Ramirez shot up and good. Ramirez made some good out of that little questionable pass there. And it's 21-14 at the 3:50 mark. Hazelwood on the dribble, slow dribble, goes cross court to Peters, to Scott. She'll launch a 3 ball. Tinley, no. Rebound, out of bounds. Nope, Boyd picks it up before it goes out of bounds. And Belote will bring it into the front court all the way to the baseline, slips, and turns it over. Turnover number
13.
Clara McElroy back in for the Vikings. Malm will go out. Lyons still playing kind of a mix between zone and man-to-man. I don't know if it's kind of a junky defense. Maybe it's a box and one.
Yeah, it almost looks like a diamond one or a box and one on Adrian.
Pass to Blanchett. There's another foul on the shot. Blanchett will have 2 free throws. It's going to be on. Third on Ferrero. And Blanchett cashes in the free throw. 22-14. Vargas back in for Lyons. Second Blanchett free throw. Got it to go.
Vikings are going to go back to the 1-2-1-1 press here.
Get it way up to Elliott, who throws it right to, Tinley couldn't come up with it. Vargas on the floor with the ball. Now it's tied up, and on alternating possession, it'll stay with Lyons.
That was unfortunate because if we wouldn't have tipped it, we had somebody right behind her that would have, the pass would have gone right to us.
Yeah. You don't know what you don't know.
That's right.
Belote will put it in play. Looking. Now bounce pass inside to Ramirez. Oh, little hand check by Ramirez. It's off to McElroy, and she turns it over to Vargas. Vargas comes away with the ball to Belote. She'll bring it into the front court. Ooh, that was very close to being a back court. I thought she had all three items, 2 feet in the ball across the court, and then she dribbled back court, but it didn't get called. Now a shot by Boyd, and Hazelwood comes away with the rebound. Hazelwood, side of the lane, her drive, hit shot up, no, rimming out, and last touch by the Vikings. It'll go to the Lions. 2:33 left to go. Vikings leading 23-14.
Eva going to check in for Clara.
Lyons Carrera.
And Carrera back in for Lyons.
Carrera, Belote, Vargas, Ramirez with 3 fouls, and Boyd, she's played a long second quarter with 2 fouls.
Yes, she has.
Boyd gets it up to Carrera, who gets it to Belote. She'll be out between the circle with it. Looked at a shot, didn't trigger. Vargas has it by the Viking bench. She'll drive inside of the lane, and she'll travel. Vargas is a little girl, and Tinley Scott was right there to block it if she would have shot. And instead of coming to that jump stop like you've talked about many, many times, she just took an extra step and got called for the travel. Vikings have it in the front court inside to Hazelwood. Hazelwood shot up, no, gets her own rebound and tries to get it up, and it's tied up in alternating possession. It'll stay with the Vikings. Hazelwood in a lot of traffic there. Didn't want to leave the ball high, so she did bring it down to try to gain possession, but she just got it grabbed down low. Mom looking for somewhere to go with the inbound pass. Gets it into Hazelwood. Hazelwood out to Mom. Her little 15-footer. Good. Eva connecting tonight on her shots. 25-14 at the 150 mark. Turnover goes to Blanchett, and Blanchett will get the blocking call, and that'll be the third on Boyd.
Kat's done a good job from the line tonight.
Yeah, she has. She is 5 out of 6 from the charity stripe. 11-point Viking lead. Make it 12. (26-14), 147 left to go here in the first half. And she got them both.
That a girl.
Nicely done. 7 out of 8. Vikings still with that zone press. Get it into Belote. She'll bring it into the front court. Vikings back off a little bit. Kind of a 2-3 zone now for the Vikings. Here's Vargas on the dribble drive. Off to Ramirez. And she gets called for the travel as she got caught on 1 foot.
Yep, took a couple of hops and a step.
And that's turnover number
16 is
16.
what I've got.
And Vikings have
11.
Hazelwood bringing it in at the 125 mark and counting here in the second quarter. Still on the dribble between the circles. Baseline to Peters. Out to Mom. Mom baseline drive all the way out to Peters. Peters drive, kick out to Blanchett, to Tinley Scott. Tinley with little floater. It's good. Tinley Scott's second basket for the Vikings, and they have 29 now at the 1 minute mark of the first quarter, or first half. Belote into the front court, almost a travel. Gets it off to Ramirez, to Vargas. Vargas with the dribble out to Belote. 50 seconds left. Belote drives all the way to the baseline, steps back. Thought she was going to try a shot, but she didn't. Goes into Ramirez. Ramirez back out to Belote. She will trigger that 3. No. Rebound. Ramirez tips it out, and it'll go to Smoky Valley with 35 seconds left, and the Vikings leading 29-14. Just like tonight's teams, you can stream tonight's game on your phone with the Ad Astra radio app, powered by Next Tech Wireless. Shop the latest phones and devices at the best prices. Next Tech Wireless. We are Kansas. There's Tinley Scott throwing it up, a wild shot. She comes up laughing as she got kind of tripped up as she kind of threw it toward the goal line.
Yeah, she kind of got caught in between, and then as she tripped, she didn't know what else to do with it, so kind of just threw it up towards the basket.
Ramirez has it now. Reach in by Katia Blanchett. Got caught reaching in for her second foul with 8 seconds left to go. And Ramirez will have 2 free throws, or 1 and 1. They are 3 out of 6 from the charity stripe so far. And there's a Tinley Scott rebound. Still plenty of time. Tinley goes over to Brianna Peters, who shot up. No, she's fouled, and Brianna will have 2 free throws. Good look by Tinley Scott to find Brianna coming down the other side of the lane. 1 second left. That has to drive it, Coach.
Yeah, absolutely.
A little frustrating. Peters, free throw.
Foul was on Vargas, her second.
In and out, no good. Don't foul on the rebound, girls. Smoky Valley girls. Peters will make it. That'll take care of that.
There we
she
go.
does. 30 for the Vikings. And a long full court heave by Belote. Gets fairly close to the backboard.
That was pretty good heave.
Yeah, but doesn't make it. And the Vikings have a 30-14 lead. And we'll be back after these timeouts. Hey, Mitchell, I will do that interview, Mitchell, so just do a shorter commercial here. Say hi.
I can't hear.
Oh,
Good?
now you can hear me.
Yeah,
Okay.
now we're good.
I'm going to do scores and then I'll talk to you a little bit. Recap on the stats and I'll go there. And welcome back to Smoky Valley Gym. A little difference on our normal halftime because we got a guest that we're going to interview here in a little bit, Kira Mullen. But first, we're going to go over the stats. The Vikings, with a 30-14 lead, the Vikings held Lyons to only 4 points in that quarter. They were led in scoring by their leading scorer, Caitlin Belote, with 10, 2 for Carrera and 2 for Ramirez. For the Vikings, 4 for Tinley Scott, 1 for Brianna Peters, 6 for Eva Mom, and 11 for Adrian Hazelwood, and 8 for Katia Blanchett. How about some turnovers and rebounds?
Yeah, turnovers. I've got Lions with 16 turnovers and the Vikings with 11. And we are winning the battle of the boards 19-10.
He wanted to end up with
10 more rebounds.
10 more rebounds.
So we're right at that mark.
Right at that
Just need
mark.
to take care of the ball a little better.
Yeah, we could lessen our turnovers a little bit. Now I'm joined by Kira Mullen, who spent a couple of years playing basketball. Welcome to the radio.
Thank you.
Let's get that a little bit closer to your mouth there.
All right.
So you started wrestling instead of basketball. What
Yep.
triggered your interest in wrestling?
Well, my family really started wrestling, and I actually wrestled my freshman year for club during basketball season.
Okay.
And with about 6 practices, I went to kids state, and I placed 3rd.
Oh, wow.
Just out-muscling competition, kind of. So I kind of fell in love with it then, and it was the hardest decision I've probably ever made to leave the team. But
Well, we enjoyed your hustle and your desire on the basketball court, but the other thing that you do in Smoky Valley is you run a lot.
Yes.
Don't you get tired of running?
no, it's impossible. Yeah, I didn't really like running, honestly, but, it made me uncomfortable. So I decided that, I was going to get out there and I was just going to compete and be an absolute dog and try to keep up with these girls that I know
Are runners.
fast. Yeah. Yep.
And you had a pretty successful year.
Yes, yeah. I can't remember my placing at state, but I believe that I got All-State Academic Award.
Okay.
So, yeah.
That means you got
really
good
well.
grades, too. While you're not
Yes.
running, you're also studying a little bit.
Yes, yep, I'm trying to keep up.
So tell me a little bit about that guy standing over there, that coach of yours. He's won some pretty big awards.
Coach Myers is the top tier for coaches. Let me
my
tell
goodness.
you, he's the sweetest man, and he knows how to push you for sure.
So you run because you like him, or you run because you like running?
Both.
A little bit of both.
Yes, and shout out to Coach Dieterding
Yeah.
for making us some of the hardest workouts I've ever done in my life.
So how many miles do you actually run when you're in season?
So for cross country, we keep it around probably 3 to 6. We did do a full half marathon while it was raining during the summer as
Wow.
a team. It was pretty brutal, but it was so fun.
That's
So
what that 13 point something on the back of your car is, right? So you have one of them on your car now?
No, not quite. I should probably get one because
Yeah.
it was an experience.
So
yeah.
tell me a little bit more about your success this year, because I know you just took first this last week in one of your
Yes.
wrestling matches. What else
Yep.
have you? How other times have you placed in wrestling?
So I also got first at the Hoisington meet that we had. I placed second at league, and I lost to the girl who's ranked number 1 in my weight class. And then I also I placed first at Augusta too.
Well, you can't. It's not polite to ask a girl what you weigh. So how do you do weight classes anyway?
Yeah, I'm surprised with how honest these girls are about their weight.
Yeah. Well, anyway, you're having a successful season. How many meets do you have left before your sub-state and state coming up?
So we have the circle tournament this weekend, and then regionals after, and then state. So we're really getting down into the grind time.
And how many girls are out for wrestling for Smoky Valley? Like 10 or 12 anyway, isn't it?
Probably not that many. I
Okay.
think about 7.
7
7
wrestlers.
or 8. Yep.
But all are
So-
good because you're placing in a lot of.
Yes.
Tell me some of the girls that have had success. I know the
Kinsley Crane,
Crane.
Noelle Peters.
Peters, okay.
Yep. Tatum Reed,
Okay.
Campbell Gaskell,
Okay.
Echo Clark, and then Sarah and me. So 7 girls. Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, and Shaylee Sheets.
Okay.
She's
okay.
new, and she's had a lot of successes also.
Good.
Yep.
Well, I really appreciate you coming out and visiting. Tell us a little bit about. Darren, you have any other questions for Kira?
Just real quick, how would you compare physically the difficulty of wrestling compared to the physical skills it takes for basketball?
It's a whole different game, let me tell you. It's not only just running conditioning, it's, muscle endurance and getting those extra reps in the weight room also. That makes a huge difference, and it's a direct payout for wrestling.
Right.
I would think that if you got your arm twisted around behind you like they do sometimes, I wouldn't be able to. I'd be walking around twisted up like crazy. You get in some real predicaments, don't you?
Yes, definitely. And you don't really hear about it, but about after that second week of wrestling, my scalp was peeling off because of all the times that we're head to head. My knees were completely swollen and you got burns all over you, but it's completely worth it.
congratulations on a great year so far, and we miss you on the basketball court, but good luck on your wrestling.
Thank you so much.
That was Kira Mullen. We'll take a 1-minute timeout. Mitchell, when we come back, we'll have the tip-off of the second half. The Vikings lead at 30-14. Back after this 1-minute timeout. Thank you.
Out for Lyons for the start of the second half for boys, Vargas, Below, and Carrera.
And welcome back to Smoky Valley basketball. What a treat she is to talk about. She's just got a lot of...
she is a little ball of energy.
Ball of energy, yeah. Lyons gets the first possession of the half. Vikings man-to-man all over the court here. It'll be Peters and Scott and Blanchett and McElroy and Hazelwood, the starting five. They get a double team now, get out of it. Ball turned over. No, nope. Boyd ends up with it and gets the basket to go.
That was kind of a gift. We knocked the ball loose. It goes right to Boyd, who's standing under the basket.
In the right place at the right time. So they get the first points of the second half. Get it into Hazelwood. Hazelwood baseline corner. Now gets it out to Scott. Tinley Scott back to Hazelwood. Knocked away by Ramirez. It'll stay with Smoky Valley.
One other quick thing about Kira, she's also a state-ranked power lifter.
Oh, yeah. Well, she is strong muscle-wise. You can see her on the basketball court. There's a tie-up by Blanchett inside, but it'll stay with the Vikings on alternating possession. Hi, Mike. Clara McElroy will put it in play for the Vikings under their own basket. Looking, goes out top to Scott. Tinley Scott, bounce pass into Blanchett. Turn around. Whoa, what touch around the basket.
Got the roll.
And Blanchett gets the roll and gets her 10th point. So she and Hazelwood are both in double figures. Outside, Ramirez goes around to Belote. She'll dribble. Now pick up her dribble, get double teamed, get out of it, gets it off to Vargas to reset, not Carrera to reset. There's a steal by Blanchett. Blanchett still on the dribble, loses the handle, and Carrera lets it go out of bounds. Ooh.
Referees are looking at each other.
I thought Carrera hit it with her foot out of bounds.
I did too.
I guess not.
So neither referee was sure.
Turnover at number 12. Up it goes to Carrera, who gets it to Belote. She'll drive in the middle lane. Oh, and she's going to get called.
Absolutely.
Tinley Scott, I think she got a little push there on her drive by one of the Viking players right next to her, but she certainly was out of control and picks up her second foul. 32-16 in favor of the Vikings. Hazelwood slowly into the front court, picked up by Vargas. Right by the Viking bench, now back to Peters. Peters to McElroy, baseline to Scott. Her shot blocked from behind by Boyd, and she gets the rebound. Quickly up to Vargas. Vargas has it knocked away, but maintains the dribble. Off to Boyd. She'll launch a three ball. No rebound. Hazelwood has it knocked away, but picks it back up. Goes up to Peters, and here come the Vikings. Still 32-16 on the scoreboard. Goes inside to Blanchett. Blanchett gets triple teamed, gets it up anyway, and in for two more.
Good job. Way to power through that.
34 for the Vikings. 16 at the 6-minute mark of the third quarter. Quickly up to Caitlin Belote. She'll stop, elevate, shot, good.
Lyons has kind of figured out that 1-2-1-1 press a little bit.
Belote's got double figures with 12. Hazelwood on the dribble. Out top to Peters, over to McElroy. McElroy Drive, kick out to Tinley Scott. Tinley long two, no. Rebound, Boyd underneath. Here comes Ramirez on the run into the front court. Kick out to Boyd. Out to Belote. She'll launch a three ball. It's good. Just like she did in the first quarter. Hit a three to go with a two and has Lyons kind of creeping back in this game a little bit. It's 34-21. Blanchett gets bumped by one of the Lyons girls into Belote. And Blanchett will get...
Yeah, that's it. Belote's getting the foul, but she's not the one who fouled her.
Yeah.
She got pushed from behind.
Yeah, no question about that. She was pushed in the lane hard, but she'll have 2 more free throws, and what a job she's done free throwing.
A couple of scores from our girls' league when we get a minute.
Okay. Made the first. This scoreboard update brought to you by McPherson Dental Care, your friendly hometown dentist, online at McPhersonDentalCare.com, providing healthy smiles with a gentle touch. And that one creeped out, but rebound to Tinley Scott had it up for a moment.
Ouch.
And now it stays with the Vikings as Ramirez touched it last and he landed on top of Tinley Scott. Peters will have it on the dribble. Looking for Blanchett. Goes to her on the baseline blocks. Nice pass to Tinley Scott, but she can't finish. Gets her own rebound, though, and has it knocked away. And Lyons comes away with the ball on the rebound. Here comes Caitlin Belote. Long three.
That was from the volleyball spike line.
Yeah, 10 feet from beyond the arc. Here's Boyd with a long three, and she nails the three. So all of a sudden, 10 points between those two girls. They got it down to an 11-point. Vikings had a 16-point lead. McElroy out top to Hazelwood. Hazelwood out to Peters. Peters to Scott. She'll launch a three ball. No, right in the hands of Peters, and she can't do anything with it. Tries to pass it around across the court, but timeout is going to be taken, and we'll step aside as well. 35-24 in favor of the Vikings. Back after this 30-second timeout. Okay.
In for the Vikings at the timeout, number 4, Eva Mull.
Side shot up and good by Lyons Fierro.
And then Clara kind of fouled her as she was coming down.
Clara McElroy will pick up her third foul. She had 2 early fouls. And it'll be an and one opportunity. He cut it to single digits now with that basket. Ferrero. Free throw up and no. Rebound Katia Blanchett. And here comes the Vikings. She'll take it in on the dribble. Off it goes to Tinley Scott. Tinley
Lyons in their 1-3-1 zone.
Tip out by Ramirez. She gets the ball knocked away from Blanchett. And ball loose on the tie-up on the baseline. And on the alternating possession, it'll go to Lyons. So Vikings turn it over. That's turnover number...
I've got 14 now for the Vikings.
And Lyons has...
I've got 17.
Boyd has it, dribbling up against Blanchett, gets it off to Ramirez. Ramirez against Peters. She'll bring it into the front court on the dribble. Side of the lane, now kick out to Boyd. She's going to launch another 3-ball. That one missing. Rebound, Hazelwood. Hazelwood back over to Tinley Scott. Tinley Scott, little floater, short, gets her own rebound, and she'll bring it out to Hazelwood to reset the offense. To Eva Malm, back to Hazelwood. Who's going to launch a 3-ball? No. Rebound, Ferriero on the baseline. Dribbles out of trouble. You know, pressure coming from the Vikings. They haven't finally get it into the front court. Boyd will take it all the way in. Her shot blocked. Nice job by Hazelwood to let her go by and then hit up at top and not pick up the foul.
Yeah, absolutely.
Knock it out of bounds. It'll stay with the Lions, but she certainly prevented a basket there. Belote puts it in play, and Ramirez has to run it down way up here by the half-court line, and she can't handle it. And they turn it over back to Smoky Valley. 3 minutes remaining here in a 35-26 score. Vikings by 9. Biggest lead was 16.
We're just kind of starting to make some of those careless passes, that trying to throw it to a teammate when we've got a defender in the way.
And a timeout. We'll keep this one right here this time and talk about this timeout brought to you by Summit Surgical and Pinnacle Rehabilitation Sports Performance. Schedule your free consultation at summitkansas.com. The Summit, together for exceptional health care. And let Allen Samuels help you find the make, model, and budget that fits you best. Use their large inventory at all SamuelsHutch.com locations. Allen Samuels, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram. Come by. Let's be friends. Big shout out to Bethany College for their game. Big game tomorrow night over at Sterling.
Yeah, that's going to be a battle that for the women's game.
First
that will
and
be to decide which team is in first place in conference. Sterling's a half game ahead of us.
Both teams with 2 losses, or 15 wins. They have 1 loss. We have 2. Here's Hazelwood, gets it off to Peters. Peters on the dribble drive. Nice drive. Shot too strong, though. Rebound, Blanchett. She gets undercut by Ferriero. And Blanchett will be out of bounds to the Vikings. And that'll be her 4th foul.
Elliott and Carrera coming back in for Lyons.
Tinley Scott to put it in play for the Vikings. Here's the Hazelwood baseline drive. Elevates, shot, no. Rebound, Hazelwood, shot, no. Rebound, Scott. Out to Hazelwood, still in the lane. Little floater, too strong. Hazelwood gets her own rebound, out to Scott. 3-ball, good. Arn Reinert CPA 3-pointer by Tinley Scott. Boy, did we need that. Oops, wrong team put that on. 38 for the Vikings. 26 for the Lions. Belote has it out top. Gets it over to Carrera. Carrera with it on the dribble, guarded by Hazelwood. Boyd looking inside for Belote. Turnaround shot, good. And now a whistle and a...
Oh, we've got a player with their shoe untied.
Okay. Kind of a courtesy by the official to let her stop and tie that. They don't normally do that, just for a tie a shoe, but she did, so we'll be okay with that. 38-28. 2 minutes left to go in the third quarter. Vikings by 10. Peters from Hazelwood in the front court outside this Lions zone. Scott with the dribble drive, gets it off to Blanchett, and Blanchett's tied up and alternating possession. It'll stay with Smoky Valley. Coach Drew shaking his head a little bit.
Again, it's like I remember when I was coaching. I know he's thinking, what did you see that I didn't?
Scott goes way out top to Eva Malm. Eva driving now, kick it out to Scott. Scott almost turns it over but gets it back to Malm. Malm across to Hazelwood. Almost threw it over her head. We're scrapping here to keep it in play.
We just need to slow down a little bit here.
Hazelwood inside to Blanchett. Blanchett turn, elevate, shot, no, and she's fouled. And Blanchett will have 2 more free throws.
Foul on Belote.
That'll be her 3rd. Okay, Katia Blanchett, free throw. Oh,
doesn't get the roll that time.
Got the roll on that nice little shot from the baseline. First time in for
Number 20, Brienne Schlomer, a 5'6" senior for Lyons.
Schlomer, okay. The other one that came in was Carrera back in. Second, Katia Blanchett free throw is good to give the Vikings an 11-point lead, 39-28. Minute 25 left to go. Get it into Schulmer. They'll dribble across right in front of the Viking band, and then steal by Hazelwood. Up to Blanchett. Over to Malm. To Peters. Back to Malm outside the arc. Back to Hazelwood. Baseline 2, Tinley Scott. 3 ball, too strong. Rebound, weak side Ramirez. And she gets bumped into by Malm, and Malm picks up her second foul. 1 minute exactly left in the third quarter. Vikings up 39-28. Ramirez to Belote. She'll bring it into the front court against Hazelwood. Belote still on the dribble. Now goes out to Carrera. Carrera back to Belote. She'll reset at 45 seconds left to go. Her dribble drive. When it looked like she wanted to shoot, now she's in trouble. She gets pinned and timeout by the coach. He wants a full. Will step aside as well. 39-28 in favor of the Vikings. Back after this 30-second timeout. And welcome back to Smoky Valley Gym. Got boys action coming up next. Lions coming into town. A team that the Vikings took care of in the Sterling tournament, but certainly wouldn't expect to have that big a victory in this game.
Yeah, the boys can't assume that it's going to be as easy the second time. We need to come out and be ready to play.
Here the Viking girls lead it by 11 with 38.9 seconds left in the third quarter. Boyd will put it in play for Lyons. Baseline to Carrera, inside to Ramirez. Her shot blocked by Hazelwood. And now we're going to have a... Wow, why did that guy call a foul? And the guy underneath was right there, and he thought she had a good block. Wow. I did too.
Yeah.
It's one of those ones you and I have talked about many a time before. Why does the guy that's 40 feet away call it when the guy that's 5 feet away doesn't? And the free throw by Ramirez is good. Interesting name, Yamley. Second free throw, no good. Last touch by Schmoller out of bounds. It'll be Viking basketball with 33 seconds left to go, leading by 10, 39-29. Peters with it in the front court to Hazelwood. It's kind of a 3-2 drop zone like the Vikings run once in a while. The boys, they're quick out there. Inside to Blanchett. Gets triple teamed in the middle. Now reach in foul. And it'll be out of bounds to Smoky Valley. That foul will be on Vargas, her third. Cat needs to keep that ball up high when she gets it inside there.
Yeah, because we know that's their strategy is to collapse on the post when we get the ball in there.
Oh, Tinley Scott pass too long. Mom will pick it up. Shot, no. Rebound, Lyons. 4 seconds, 3 seconds. Ramirez on the run all the way to the baseline. And time expires. And the end of the quarter is here. Our score, Vikings 39, Lions 29. Back with the fourth quarter after this 1 minute timeout. let you listen to a little bit of Rockin' Robin there. Vikings have a 10-point lead now to start the fourth quarter.
Nevaeh Spittler, Sophia Fruits, and Clara McElroy all back into the Viking lineup.
Joining Malm and Hazelwood. Scholmer with it. Ramirez, Boyd, Vargas, and Carrera. And a shot by Ramirez.
No, they're going to say a foul was on the floor.
Foul was on the floor, so it's out of bounds. It'll be on Eva Malm, he said. I thought Spittler was guarding her, but
I think they said even reached in.
Okay, that'll be her third. Below back in for the Lions. Below will go out of bounds and put the ball in play. Screening. Boyd, shot, good. Boyd has gotten a second half start here that certainly fueled her team a little bit. They scored 15 points to the Vikings 9 in that third quarter. Malm, Hazelwood. Hazelwood still with it on the dribble drive. Hazelwood shot, little floater, too strong. Rebound and put back by Adrian Hazelwood. Hazelwood was shut out in that third quarter. Ramirez on the dribble drive, too strong. Rebound. A lot of bodies fell on that drive. Here's Malm. Looked at a shot, didn't trigger. Now she will trigger a little floater. No. Rebound Boyd on the weak side. Quickly up to Vargas, who goes up to Ramirez. Ramirez again. Shot. No. Rebound. Clara McElroy. Clara on the dribble. Clara loses the handle but picks it up. Gets it off to Eva Malm. To Hazelwood to reset the offense. 6:46 to go. Fourth quarter action. Vikings still by 10. 41-31. Both teams have scored a bucket here in this fourth quarter. Fruits has it on the weak side. Now back to Malm between the circles. Malm penetrate off to Spittler. Her shot too strong. Rebound. Sophia Fruits had her hand on it. Now knocks it out of bounds and gets the steal. Back to Spittler. And Spittler will get fouled and will be out of bounds to the Vikings. Foul is going to be on Scholmer, her first. Scott back in. Malm out. Scholmer back in, number 35. Sierra below in for the Lions. Two Fruits. Out top to Scott. Tinley, side of the lane, 10-footer, no. Fruits with a rebound, shot up, and good. Sophia. 43 for Smoky Valley, coming at the 6:10 mark. Ramirez, kick it out to Boyd, to Belote. Belote on the dribble, step back, three, swish. She has gotten hot.
Yep, got to know where she is.
34-43, Vikings by 9 at the 5:55 mark. Cross court to Clara McElroy. She'll try a three. It's good. R9 CPA three-pointer by Clara McElroy. 46-34. Ramirez in trouble. Needs to get rid of it. Does to Vargas. Out and tied up and alternating possession. It'll go to the Vikings. So a turnover on Lyons. That'll be number
22.
22.
Back into Smoky Valley, Peters and Blanchett.
Peters and Blanchett back in, joining Hazelwood, Scott, and McElroy. Now the officials are going to talk here for a minute on what they're talking about.
I think they were clarifying who a foul was on earlier.
Well, if it's on 2, that would be her 5th. Is she in there? It's fair.
Not.
No. Here's Tinley Scott, 3-ball, no. Rebound. Boyd comes down with it for Lyons. Quickly into the front court. Boyd all the way to the line and has it knocked out of the back of her hand by Clara McElroy. Good hustle by Clara. And it'll be Lions ball out of bounds. 5:11 left to go. 45. Was that a 2? Was that last shot a 2?
That's what they were talking about.
That's what they were talking about.
It was a 2-pointer.
So it's a 3. It is a 3.
Now they're going back to say
I was going to say.
Because I were talking about Clara's shot.
I had 46 in my book because I thought it was. They called it a 3 right away. Get it into Vargas, back to Belote. Her little 15-footer, no. Rebound, Vikings, Clara McElroy. Clara with a run out as it knocked away and saves it. Goes out to Hazelwood. Back to Clara. On another three, another make. Clara
Back.
McElroy with back-to-back three-pointers. Arn Reinert, CPA three-pointers. That gives the Vikings back to a 15-point lead at the 4:50 mark of the fourth quarter. Here's Belote missing. Rebound, McElroy. And she throws it to Jay Myers at the PA booth.
He was open.
He was open, but he didn't field it right. It hit the table before it got to him. So that's what that 2 or 3 was about. And Coach Drew wants a timeout, and we'll keep this one right here. Stream tonight's game on your phone with the Ad Astra Radio Up, powered by Next Tech Wireless. Shop the latest phones, devices at the best prices. We are Next Tech Wireless. The scoreboard update brought to you by McPherson Dental Care, your friendly hometown dentist, online at McPhersonDentalCare.com, providing healthy smiles with a gentle touch. You got some other scores yet? We'll get to those here.
Let's see here. Halftime, Sacred Heart Girls Trail, Southeast to Saline Girls 19-14 at half. And Colby Girls lead Norton 38-17 at the end of the third quarter.
I'm excited about some of those girls' scores in our league because Haven's girls are good too, and
right.
Hillsboro's leading them. But that's a pretty even matchup between those two.
Yeah.
Hillsboro defeated us at Hillsboro this year. We thought we might be able to pick a victory up, but the boys did. Here's Belote for the Lions girls now. They trail by 15. As back-to-back three-pointers by Clara McElroy has opened up the lead a little bit for the Vikings, but there's Ramirez knocking down another shot for the Lions. 36-49. Hazelwood slowly into the front court now. It speeds up. Oh, nice pass to Blanchett, and she finishes.
Yeah, Kat did a nice job of sealing off her defender there.
And Hazelwood's pass was right on the money. Ramirez kick it out to Fierro. Fierro looking where to go with it. Going to go inside. Shot up, missing by Belote or by Boyd. And Boyd will have 2 free throws. The foul is going to be on Cott Blanchett. Her third. I'm encouraged to see the Vikings only have 4 players with 3 fouls, but there's only 4 minutes left to go in the quarter now, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, done a much better job of playing good defense tonight without committing a lot of silly fouls.
Second Boyd free throw. She got them both. 38-51. Hazelwood slowly into the front court. Ramirez not even picking her up until she still has her feet in the three-point circle. Now she'll come out a little bit to guard. Out to Scott. Back to Hazelwood. Back to Scott. Little two-man kick. Ooh, almost good job, Hazelwood. Here's Blanchett. Spins around. Shot. Now she's going to throw it out to Scott. Back to Hazelwood to reset the offense. Hazelwood drive. Floater. Got it to go. Hazelwood knocks down her second of the quarter. 53 for the Vikings. 38 for the Lions. To Fierro, and she loses the handle. And they turn it over for the
23rd
time. Vikings ball with 3:20 to go here in the fourth quarter. They lead it by 15 points. Going to be able to take care of business here at home. Improve their record to 9-5. With 6 games remaining in the schedule. We're on the road at Nickerson on Friday. Inside 2, Tinley Scott gets double teamed, gets out of it, shot, no, rebound Blanchett, and they're tied up in alternating possession. It'll stay with Smoky Valley. Caught just kind of sat on Fierro. She kind of gets up, kind of wincing a little bit.
Kind of got her leg pinned underneath.
It wasn't anything she did intentionally. No. Just the way they came down with trying to get the rebound.
Yeah.
In for Lyons,
Smoller will come back in. Out to Tinley Scott, to Peters. She'll get way outside. Now to Scott, they'll reset the offense. Tinley on the dribble. Side of the lane. Kick out to McElroy. Around to Hazelwood. Out to Blanchett. Back to Hazelwood. Out to Scott. A little rough in there now. Oh, beautiful pass inside to Peters, and she got the basket to go.
Yeah, nice job. Brienne sneaks in down low and gets open.
2:32 left to go here in the fourth quarter. Hazelwood's pass was right on the spot. Out too smaller, around to Bloat. Her long three, no. Rebound. Blanchett goes strong up to get that rebound. Quickly up to Brianna Peters. She'll launch a little 10-footer. It's good. Back-to-back baskets for Brianna Peters. 57 for the Vikings. Now a 19-point lead. Boyd will do the honors between the circles. Going to launch a long, long three. It gets an air ball and goes out of bounds to Smoky Valley.
Eva Malm and Sophia Fruits coming in for Smoky Valley.
Scott and Peters out. 2:01 left to go here in this fourth quarter. Hazelwood slowly brings it into the front court. Inside to Blanchett. Blanchett out to Fruits. She's going to launch a long one. No. Rebound weak side. Caitlin Belote gets it up to Ramirez. Ramirez runs it down and knocked away by Sophia Fruits.
Trista Spittler coming in. Timeout Lyons.
We'll keep this one right here. We'll have tonight's player of the game is sponsored by People's Bank and Trust. Safe, sound, reliable banking that puts you first. Put their experience to work for you and your family. Relationship banking from People's Bank and Trust. This timeout brought to you by Pyle Law. Have you or someone you know been injured at work? Call Tom Pyle. With 25 years experience helping injured workers receive the benefits they deserve, call for a free consultation at 620-241-9000. And this timeout brought to you also by Summit Surgical and Pinnacle Rehabilitation Sports Performance. Schedule your free consultation at summitkansas.com. The Summit, together for exceptional health care. Well, the Vikings are going to prevail here tonight at home like they should. You've got to win the games that you're favored in, and they've really done that tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. At this point in the season, you can't trip up on a game that you should feel like you should win, and did a nice job of coming out and take care of business tonight so far.
Lions got some three-pointers. Belote and Boyd hit some three-pointers in that third quarter. They outscored the Vikings 15-6, but the Vikings have certainly upped the ante. Basically behind Clara McElroy, a couple of threes. Good for her to do that. Belote trying to get it in play, finally does to Boyd, who gets it to Ramirez. Ramirez drives, shot, no. Rebound, Vikings. Malm on the dribble into the front court. It's Spittler, Fruits, Malm, and McElroy on the court for the Vikings. Baseline to Trista. Trista gets it off to Clara McElroy, who goes to Malm. Back to Fruits. And no, not stolen yet. Good hustle by Trista Spittler to keep it from going out of bounds or getting stolen. Out to Fruits. 1:11 left to go here in the fourth quarter. Vikings trying to run some offense out. Go inside and stolen by Caitlin Belote. She'll get it into the front court. All the way to the side of the lane. Blocks, elevates, shot. Too strong. Rebound, Sophia Fruits. Fruits will now bring it up as we go 1 minute. Now off to Malm. Picked up by Ramirez. Back to Sophia Fruits. Back to McElroy. McElroy back to Fruits. Off it goes to Malm. 40 seconds left to go. Eva Malm with the dribble drive. Kick it out to Fruits. Fruits inside to Malm. Now she'll bring it back out beyond the arc. And they'll just dribble out the time. Lions doesn't look like they're going to foul. And the Vikings are going to be able to win this game here at home. Like I said, improving their record to 9-5. Now a steal by Ramirez. Off to Boyd, she'll launch a three ball, and it's good. Boyd knocks down another three. 41-57, and that will be the final. Our final score from Smoky Valley Gym. Smoky Valley wins it 57-41. We'll turn it back to the station. We'll be back to wrap this up after this timeout. You're listening to Smoky Valley Basketball.
folks. Thanks for tuning in here for the girls varsity matchup. We're going to go ahead and shut down this live stream and switch over to the final link. You can find it at live.smokeyvalley.org for the boys varsity matchup here. We'll start the live stream in about 5 or 10 minutes, give or take. Just got to get some things switched around and ready to go. Thanks again, everybody, for tuning in. We'll see you on the boys live stream.